Welcome, G. Let us talk about this Java equal operator and versus equal to, where we are going to use this equal operator and where we are going to use equals methods. Okay, and what are the situation and scenario? Okay, let us look. So, as you know, uh, for comparing uh, two value, value 1 and value 2. Okay, value 1 and value 2. Generally we are using this equal to operator, but this, Java, in Java, value can be two types of value. Maybe your primitive value like int, float, doubles, and another value can be your object. Okay, so for generally double equal to operator used to compare two actually primitive value, and equals generally used to perform equals to objects are equals or not. Okay, so primitive is that we have integer a and equal to just 10, and okay, and let's integer b equal to 10. Okay, okay, so you can just compare e your so a double equal to b, both are equal or not. Okay, so this will say both are equal or not equal. So generally these are used to compare to a value. Okay, just run it here. Okay, that's all true. So but sometime we are also using some equal object. So let us, we have a two object like a string s1 equal to new string. So generally, string are like 1. Okay, let's say this is one string and you just created another string 2. So you can also this so s1 double equal to s2, and so it will demonstrate both objects are equal or not. So in this case, say both objects are not equal, but in the case of primitive, they say both objects are equal. So generally preferable way, whenever you are going to check equality between the two primitive value, maybe int, float, this is generally use the double equal to operator. But in the case of your object, preference way to use equals instead of, you can say, so s1 dot equals s2. Okay, so if you run this way, it will check the, this will say true. So here the scenario what, whenever you are creating objects that are stored in the heap, and whenever you say let us example here. Okay, so whenever your main program runs, they have created two integer a variable, integer b variable. They are method local variable, so they are stored inside your stack references. Here your a value 10, another your v value another 10. Okay, so both in this case equal to operators are check the value of a and value of b, both are equals, both are equal, they return true. But in the case of your string s1, your s1 is stored here, but this is the allocated new memory object. So in heap memory, new object is created and they are referencing to this object. This is the one. Okay, again you are creating new another string object. So again they are creating s2. S2, and S2 is also created new memory object in heap. They are referring to this. So in this case, S1 double equal to S2. Just check what the references are stored in S2. S2 is reference store the reference of this object, and S1 store the reference of this object. So both are referencing to the different object. So this is saying false. We are not equal to. But in the case of this equal operator, are just to going to the check contains. This they have a contain one value, they have a contain one value, so both are equal or not. So whenever you want to compare the two actual value, then you can use the your equals method. So generally for object comparison, generally avoid using this equal to operator. Always preference you go to the iter equals. Okay, so this is the case of you is now question is that this equals method is who provide. So this in this case our string class is already provided. So any Java object which provides the equal method definition, this equals works. Whatever the equals method you are given a logic, accordingly the equals method behave. This is not any standard, but so let us assume we have a string buffer. Let's here one again. Here let's this is the here, this is one, this is a two. Okay, and now let's look again. You just check double q two r two and one. So if you run this code, in this case we are creating object in the form of string buffer, not a string class. So it will say it's false in the both cases. Why? This surely they are two different object. This is referred to the different object. This is referred to the different object. Surely both are the not equal. But in the case of equals methods, still they are returning false. Why? Equals method is not overridden, not definition provided by this class. Okay, if you look this string class here, string class is the provide the equal method definition. So any object on which you are going to return equals method, that class object must provide the definition of equals method, and whatever the definition you have provided, the same logic is here. So be clear whenever you are going to use equals method, please ensure which object this object can provided equals method or not. If not provided, this is always return a false. Default is your references about this equals ki Java all the classes is the subclass of your object class. So object class has provided default equals method like a double equal to operator if both object refer to the same instance. Okay, if we have a two object, object 1 and object 2 in a heap memory, if both referring to the same object, okay, same object, at that time this will always return true. Okay, and so that is the major differences. Let's see if you write your own class, like we have write your class. Let's employee. Let's employee have a string name, and let's key employee have a age. Let's okay. Let's employee has a ID. Okay. Let's we have a constructor. Okay. So now let's we create our own object like employee 1 equal to new employee, and here just pass Sam 40 34 and ID is 1 1. This is on object. Let's we create another object same. Okay, and now if you show employee 1 double equal to employee 2, or so employee 1 equal, say equal method you are employee 2. If you, let's what in this case we have created two employee object with the same name, same age, same each and everything, but still they are showing false. Why? Reasons: surely this object are if you say like surely in this case our you have created one employee object, so this is created in your heap memory. Employee 1 are references by your employee 1, and another queue created another new employee, another object is created in a heap, and this is referenced by another static variable, and you are trying to say both are equal. Surely this is referred to another object, this is referred to the another object, so how it's equal? Not. But in the case of equals method say just check the content, if name same or I say something same or not. But here this is our own class employee. As a Java, JDK doesn't know what kind of equals method this employee class have. So see they are not, we are not providing the equals method definition. So look like this method also works same as a your equal operator. So let's you want to compare two employees are same or not. So how will do? You have to override equals method. In general preference, whenever you're any data class or model class, you want to some kind of comparison sorting, then you have to override your equals method. Okay, so in this way you can create your equals method. So you have in general contract, whenever you are going to create any equals method, that have some hash code and that have some equals operation, both are the same way. This is used in the case of your hash map algorithms. So if when you provide the equals method, then now you will check this will return solely true. Now it will return true. Reason: you have provided your own equals method. Now you are your equal method. Here you are checking equals methods. Both employee 1 age equal to same, ID equal to same, and your name also seems. So in this case you have used, so sometimes you can use simply equals method, or sometime you can use one of the utility class java.util.objects dot and equals method as well as, and this will take two employee 1 comma employee 2. This is also generally preference way to use equals as utility classes, just offer an employee 1 and employee 2, and they return result the returns whatever the true or false. Okay, return true. So whenever you are want to make a two object uh, equal to, you have to override equals method and hash code method. This hash code method is used in the case of your employee object are going to store in somewhere hash in collection like hash table, hash map, tree hash map. So to be clear, equal operator used to comparing two objects, e- and the equals method used to comparing the content. But what the logics, what the content, you have to provide it. Let's see, here I am only providing the check of your ID, not the age, not the name. Let's see, I say okay, two employee can be equal on the basis of only ID. Whatever we are providing the definition, only. Okay, if two id are same, so let's key I create. So in this case, let's here change name. Let's we have created employee 1111. Here you can say like new name 1, new age maybe 5, but still both are the same because we have a same id. In this case our 1, okay, and if you run it, it will show always true, even both employee are the not the same. But you have to, if you let's say change that this is employee 2, now this is both id are different, surely this equals of object also say ki we are false. These are the false. So what the business logic you have provided, okay, accordingly equal behave. There is no any standard implementation. Whatever the logic you want to check the id, name, age, each and everything, the general preference is that whenever you are going to comparing any object, you should compare all the fields like name, age, id. Okay, so generally name, age, id, all are parameter equals, then you can say these objects are equal. Similarly, whenever you are going to writing a hash code, please ensure that you can use same three it, instance variable for calculating hash. So hope it will clear whenever you are going to use any kind of equal to an object. Okay, please make sure you providing your own equals method. Okay, so sometime there is a one strange behavior sometime in an interview question asked like in this way string ss1 ss1 equal to double quotes key 1, and here you have a written like ss2. Okay, so in this case what happened if you say so like ss1 double equal to ss2, it will return a true. It will return a true. Why? Because both theories of, okay, it will return true. Why? Reason is that whenever this are going to create your variable ss1 s ss1 ss1, the going to your object created in a 1 as a here memory. Okay, but whenever create ss1 again, so in there is a concept of a string java string pool memory, and pool memory have a one variable can store only one times. The one is already stored here, and again you are going to store in ss2 variable, and 2 also referring the same way. So in this case our one object in a heap memory or constant pool memory allocated only one time, both variables are referring to the same. Due to that you can say these are your equal operator. Someone can say like let's we created one similarly like ss3, and here say the new string. Okay, new string. In this case what this. Now this is the one object. I created new means another new object. Now ss1 ss3 are not referring to the same object, they are referring to two different objects. So due to that this will also return a false. So there are some permutation combination, this will return a false. Why? Reason is that your stack reference variable, we have a one variable, two variable, and three variable. But when you are storing in a heap memory, for this one object is created. For this is already created one, already created one, again it's not created. This is one variable reference, two variable reference. Again you create a new operator. Whenever you are using the new operator, a new object is created in a heap. Okay, and now this is referenced by the your s3 variable. Okay, and now here s1 double equal to s2. S1 also refer to the same memory object, S2 also refer to the same memory object, it will return true. In the case of S1 or S3, S1 refer to this, but S3 refer to this. The both are referring to the two different objects. Okay, due to that, this will return a false. Okay, sometime also if let's we write either S4, and as you so sometime maybe ask here like so your ss3 equals ss4 equal ss4, so 3 and 4 both are equal. Yes, it's equal, because equals method in a string class is given the definition, they are content checking the content of this, so it will true. But sometimes here you can pass different object. Let us here we have, let's say, another object like 5. Let us string buffer. Okay, okay, and here you are trying to, sorry, here let's you say 4 and 5 compares, just 4 and 5. So what happened, this is the string class and this is string buffer class, so again always it's all, in this case both content are the same but the object is a different, so this is also false. So these are the permutation combination. You cannot say ki string object compare to the string buffer. He string equals operator, this equals method are doing first check. These are going to the first checks. Both object are referring to the same memory location are different. Okay, if both are reference to difference, they are referred as a false. Okay, before that they are checking this is the type of your string, this is the type of your string buffer, surely both are not same type, they return a false. So they also check a types, whatever the types you have, both are the same type, then going to the check both refer to the same memory location, then true. If both are not refer to the same, then is it both have a same content, if yes, then return true. So whenever we are providing your equals method definition, in this case we are writing this logic, both are refer to the same memory location, object one is true, else both have a same types or not. If both have a different types, one is a string buffer, one is a string types, both are not same types, they return a false. If this is not true, this is not true, then we are going to the logic, build the logic. You are going to compare on the basis of each attributes, yes. So whatever the logic in equals method, please be ensure we have to write a 3 logic at least while overriding equals method. Okay, first you check the both object are referring to the same or not. Okay, whenever you are comparing, okay, object 1 and object 2, you have to check first in heap memory both are refer to the same object or not. Okay, if both refer same, then return true. If both refer to the different object, let's say they have referred to object 1, this is object 2, then next step check both have a same types or not. If this is the string type and a string buffer type, return false. Next, if both are the maybe this is also string, this is also string, then we check the attributes. This is the name field and name field compare, id field compare, age field compare. If all are the true, then return true, else return false. Okay, so in this way, whenever you are going to override your equals method, you must check identity check, means ki both objects here in the case of uh, S3 and S4 both are referring to the same memory references, then true, else not, then check both are the same types. Yes, here check this is S3 or one string, another S4 also string. Yes, both are the string. Then okay, not so, and then after that you can check the value, both are the content same value. Yes, then return true as return false. So while overriding equals method, please be ensure that you have to check your both object is referring to the same or not, both have the same data types, and after that you can go to the check each attributes. So after that you can check if both objects are equals. So hope it's clear. Whenever you are going to use double equal to operator, that means just you want to ensuring that we have a two reference variable, one reference variable is true, and in generally objects are stored in a heap, the multiple object can be stored, okay, but this operator only check this are both are referring to the same or not. If both are referring to the same, that means they return true. If both are, let's see, this is s1 or s this refer to the this and this refer to the this, so this cannot be same true. This equal operator, this is equal operator also check double equal to operator plus check both both object are the same types. If same types, and further check contain value, a contain value also are the same or not. If same, then return true. So you cannot any standard definition what the equals method return type depend upon the what kind of object string class have already over reading equals method, string buffer not, string builder not, all the wrapper classes are overridden the equals method. So equals method, but whenever you are going to write your own custom class, own custom, so you have to override equals method if you want to provide equality functionality on your object. If you are not overriding this equals method, your object cannot say Java don't know ki what employee class attribute contain and what the attribute you are going to make equality. So as a developer, as a custom code writer is responsible to go and write the equals method. And while writing, you are ensure you are providing the equality, double equal to operator functionality. Also check the type, both are the same types. If type check not pass, this is also not a reference, then you can check your each and every attributes. In this way, you are providing equals method logics, and whatever the logic provide accordingly your equals method behave. You cannot any standard definition key uh, all the attributes should be same or one attribute should be same or two attributes should be same. What the logic you have provided according this equal method works. So hope it will clear. Whenever you are going to writing your own custom class, you must have provide equals method so that key the user of my this code, anyone going to use my this class can apply the equal to operator or equals methods. So they, if someone going to use the equals method, you must provide the overridden definition. Equals method is generally is defined inside your object class so that each and every Java object have equals method. But each and every Java object cannot provide the equals override method, that behavior should be different. If you're not providing any kind of override method in your class, it will work like your double equal to operator only. Okay, so hope it will help you to know why while the writing equals method you must use three parameter equal to operator check, type checks, and all the your attributes where you are going to test the both object are equals or not. So in this note, I would like to say thank you for watching this video.